friends, welcome. I'm Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and it's time for some creative ink. I love sharing creative ideas with you so you're inspired to go into your craft space and create so you can share them with others, just like I'm sharing my creations with you. So come on in, say hello, let me know if you're here. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you. I hope you spend a little time in my channel and check out all my other videos while you're here as well. There's lots of fun folds and simple stamping, some techniques, so just browse around in all the different live replays. Most of them are lives. There's some recorded videos in there, so check out the different channels. The best way is to go check out a playlist. So if you want to watch all fun folds, you can see the playlist for the fun folds. So welcome. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell so you're notified that I am live with some new creations. So we're gonna get started. We'll welcome Carol and Colleen. Welcome. Happy Friday. The new year is almost here. Today is Friday, December 29th, 2023. And we're focusing on some celebration items that start in just a few more days. January 4th, we're going to use some of the Flight Airy Designer Paper. We use that Wednesday here on the live. So I just love it. It's such happy, fun paper. And who doesn't love birds and flowers? So we're going to do that. So we're going to create 4 note cards today, and a box holder that you can use to put those note cards in, whether to store them or just give these note cards as a gift. And I didn't get all my samples ready, so we are going to make quite a few from start to finish, okay? So hi Kathleen and Donna, welcome. And Donna, I got your email, and I'll be responding shortly to you, your response, okay? But it's good news. So, okay. Hi, Betty. Welcome. Happy New Year to you all. I hope you're all finding like you're feeling creative now that the hustle and bustle of the holidays is hopefully over with. Maybe you still have some last minute holiday gatherings with friends and family. So yeah, okay, so we're going to talk first about, let's go to my desktop, and I'm going to just make sure I have everything ready here. It's a plain old hot mess here today because as I had to get some banking done this morning, and you know, the line at the bank is just awful. But anyway, so it's done and over with, and I feel good. Okay, so let's go to my desktop. We're going to talk about the last chance list. So I want to make sure that you understand about the last chance list. There's a list of products. Well, here's the last chance products from the mini catalog that's retiring on January 3rd. Okay, so you can find this in one of my latest newsletters. So you can find the list there. If you can't find it, message me and I can forward it to you. I don't think I have it on my blog because I haven't blogged in a bit. So it could, you know what, I think it is there in my last blog post. So you can find it there as well. Or you can just also go to the online store and click on the Shop Now button, and you'll be able to you see all the products that are on the last chance list. So look for the last chance list, and then it'll also show you what's still available, and that's the best way. So you can find out what's still available and what has sold out, and also you can see the percentage of what, if anything's on sale. Okay, so make sure you check out the last chance list because these go away December 3rd. And then, or you might have to wait for the clearance rack when they go on the clearance rack at some point, but that's months down the road. And then there's the carryover product list. So there's a second list. And then there are some things that will either be in the next annual catalog or the next mini in the fall, or it could be in our next, or it could be in the online store as well, in the online exclusives part. And we don't really know. The only ones we know for sure are the ones that have these asterisks, because it says online only products. Those are the ones we know for sure will be in the online store, okay? The other ones, we're waiting to see where they're going to be. They could be in the store or in one of the upcoming catalogs, whether it's the annual or the next mini, okay? So, and they haven't released that information. So I would just say, because some of these that are carrying over, they're not going to be at the bundled price, the 10% savings, if it's a bundle. So keep that in mind as well, okay? All right, so let's move on. So don't forget about the mini. And then this starts January 4th, so you can order out of this. If you don't have a demonstrator and you need a mini catalog, message me so I can get one sent out to you. And then it's also Sale-a-bration, and that's where we're going to use, I can't open the inside. It's so hard. We can't show you the inside, but I can show you the paper, okay? So out of here, there's 2 levels. So a $50 level and a $100 level. So there's products at the $50 level, and there's some choices at the $100 level. Okay, so, and you can choose as many as you want for every $50 to $100 that you spend, okay? And this goes until the end of February 29th. And they, and I haven't really seen if these will run out, if they're guaranteeing products, or if it's while supplies last. So order early is all I've got to say. Okay, so let's welcome Rose. She is here from Illinois. So welcome. We are glad to have you here. Whoops. Hopefully you guys didn't see anything. All right, it's so hard to not show that inside. It's easy. Okay, so here is one of the Sale-a-bration stamp sets right here, the Heartfelt Hellos, and it pairs perfectly with this Heartfelt Hexagon. I love these two together. This is definitely in the mini catalog, but it is an early release that's in the online store, and you can purchase it right now, okay? And there's a coordinating punch with it called the Heartfelt Hexagon, and it punches out these stamps, and the words fit in here nicely, and it pairs with this. So we're going to use this today, and you can see how well it pairs with this punch to punch out these words. And you can get this stamp set, the Heartfelt Hellos, for free with a $50 purchase. So, and there's some great words in there. And I was working on my lighting a little bit more. Hopefully my background's a little bit brighter and it's not too shadowy here, okay? Okay, so those are what we're using, and we're also pulling in this 1 3/4 inch punch. We're gonna use that today on our box. But let's also look at the cards I did on Wednesday. So here's that Flight Airy Designer Paper, and we pulled in the basket weave embossing folder. I don't know if you can see it on the background there. There's a little bit right there. And then this is the postage label, the postage, perennial postage die on this background, and then just simply layering up designer paper. And then this is also one of the perennial postage dies as well. And then just fussy cutting the bird paper. So these are the cards that we did on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. So you can check out that YouTube video here from Wednesday. Okay, so let's look at the designer paper one more time. Okay, there's all kinds of fun colors in this paper. Look at them all. So what is there? 12 colors that coordinate in this designer paper. We've got boho blue, bubble bath, calypso coral, crumb cake, daffodil delight, flirty flamingo, fresh freesia, garden green, lost lagoon, misty moonlight, pecan pie, and soft sea foam. So a nice collection of colors. And then just look at this beautiful paper. It's just, the flowers are exclusively watercolored by Stampin' Up! Concept artists. So these are really fun. They look just so pretty, I think. There's those birds that are easy to fussy cut, and then these are lovely to put on a card front as well, to fussy cut them out. Let's look at the back side. So the back side has some, generic images. So we've got kind of like that watery color splash, and then look at these nice beautiful petite flowers with the boho background, and this one's got the bubble bath background there. And then we have this design here on pecan pie, and this one, this leaves, and if you look closely, there's little tiny birds in that paper. So sometimes they kind of like blend in as leaves if you're not looking too closely. So there's that gorgeous paper, and I think this is going to be very popular. So if this is a choice you want, make sure you grab it early, okay? So we're going to start out with some cards, some simple note cards. I love note cards. So we're going to just use 4 basic white note cards, okay? And I've cut my designer paper. So normally I have like where we only put 1 card together, but I kind of have the supplies cut for the rest. So we're going to do some quick assembling. So this makes a really easy card for you to create, and also to make a gift. I love having gifts of cards for people because, you know, some people just have so much, and what do they need? And doing cards is great. It just helps keep sharing that love around. Okay, so we've got those 2. So my designer paper is 3 inches by 4.5 inches, okay? And we're going to pull in this silver and white sheer ribbon. Now this is on the carryover list, so I'm going to use it because I'm hoping it's going to be in the online store. We need a nice white ribbon. I love the little hint of silver sparkle. So this is 20 inches of ribbon that I used. So probably get away with a little less if you wanted to, but sometimes it's just harder to tie and get a decent sized bow. So we're gonna just set that aside. There's one. I've got 2. I actually got 2 others tied. So let's quickly do this. And let's see. I just match up my ends and then grab the middle where they meet together. And I'm gonna slide it, because you can always slide it to where you need it to go, because I want my knot to be on my bow to be off to the end of the cardstock. So yes, Betty, Happy New Year to you too. I can't believe 2023 is gone. Boy, it was like a blip in the sky. Went by so fast. And there's still more I want to do. I didn't accomplish everything I wanted to this year. Okay, so let's just slide this. I never glue my ribbon down so I can slide it around. Okay, I think that looks good. So I've already, let's punch out a greeting here. Let me grab a piece of scrap here. So we got a scrap of basic white, and let's use the word, hello, because that goes with anything, right? So let's just use some Memento ink and stamp the word hello. It's a nice big hello. There we go. Now, if you wanted to, you could put the outline, but I'm going to just keep it really, well, you know what? Maybe I will. Let's put an outline on this, I'm thinking. We'll see. Tell me what you think. I would have probably done the outline first and then done the word hello, but this is photopolymer, so I can see. Oh, that came out great. Okay, do you guys like it with the outline? What do you think? Let me know. Or do you like it just plain Jane? So there's one that's just by itself. So, okay, so we're going to use our punch, okay? So let's use our punch. We turn it upside down, and this is, my paper is a little wide, so I'm going to just trim some of that off, get that out of the way so it fits in the punch appropriately. And now this is kind of like one of those stamps that could easily distort, so then we're going to punch it out. So, because this is kind of like, it's just like an outline, let me just clean this so I don't get ink all over my fingers. So this is important too. There we go. So when you have a stretchy one like this, where you want to make sure it fits in your punch well, pretty much throw it down so that the side that you want to pick up, and then set your block on it. Okay, so that way it retains the shape that it's meant to be. Otherwise, if you're kind of like doing this, you could make it skinnier or one way or the other. Okay. So just kind of loosely throw it down and grab it with your block, okay? I like the outline. Something extra. Thanks, Colleen. I know. Oh, good. It is, Carol, it's the best ribbon ever. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. I don't know if I can do, because I've also got sympathy here. I'd have to have all of them the same. Let's see. Can I fit this in here? Let's see if we can do this. If not, we'll stamp another one. Ooh, this might look pretty good. All right. Hey, that came out good. All right, so we got 2 with an outline and 2 that won't. Okay, let's keep moving on. Okay, so we're going to add dimensionals. So we've got a hello, a love you more, and enjoy your day. Okay, so we're going to take, so this is how you do things, is kind of do it in stages, so you can quickly make your cards versus just doing one card at a time. And let me just mute my phone, guys. There we go. Okay, so we're going to add some dimensionals on each one of these. And I'm putting it so my ribbon will straddle in between the dimensionals, I hope. So let's see. We need 2 or 3 more here. Let's do this. 1 more. Okay, so we got that. And let me grab my little trash can here. And we're going to take the backings off these. Okay, enjoy your day. I know we're going to cover up that pretty little bird. I don't know if I slide this way. It's just on how the paper was cut. Will it still cover up? Oh, all right. That'll still look okay. Let's just slide it down a little bit more. So it all just depends. So he's kind of like peeking out of that, right? Isn't that cute? All right, so there's one. Let's do this one. And we're going to put that on there. Here's 3 and 4. So we have the pretty pink flowers. We've got that one. So I took 4 different patterns from this designer paper. And, oh, I think this one will be a great sympathy card. What do you think? There's a sympathy, and then, let's see. Let's do this. And then love you more. Okay, that shows off a couple of the birds. Okay, we're going to flip these over, and we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of this. Okay, more dimensionals, lots of dimensionals. One thing I love about the note cards is it comes with envelopes, and they're already cut and scored, so that makes our crafting time so much faster. You can find the note cards and envelopes in our annual catalog, and they come in basic white and very vanilla, so that's kind of nice. Okay, so here's one. Let's add it to our note card. We're just going to center it. And if you create like an index card to, if you're happy with this type of layout and layering all the time, create an index card that you write down the measurements once, And then you don't have to keep measuring or thinking up time and again. I have a little file that I keep tips and tricks in, so I don't have to do that. It just makes everything so much easier. Okay, there's 2. And so, what do you guys think? Are you loving these note cards, and can you see yourself making some? Because I have done other designs. I'm going to show you one other design, and then I'll be sharing another design in the next newsletter. I know I've got lots of sharing with you. I'm trying to set up new templates in my newsletter so I can share on a weekly basis with you the creativity that I've been sharing with you. Okay, so let's trim up our ribbon, and I just think this ribbon is just so beautiful and just goes with anything and just adds that beautiful sparkle. Let's do this, this, go. And this, and then we got to add some bling, right? We still got to add some bling, so we're going to add some bling to this. Whoops. There we go. Okay. There we go. So we got 4 quick note cards. And wait till you see the box that we're going to make. Simple. 1 sheet of cardstock is all it's going to take. And it's easy scoring. Okay, so let's add our bling first, and then we'll move on to the box. So we're going to use just basic rhinestones, and let's grab my pick tool out here. You love them all. Thank you, Colleen and Donna. Miss the size of the card, Carol. These are our basic white note cards, okay? They come already pre-scored and cut. And they also come with the envelopes. You get 20 bases and 20 envelopes in a package, and it's reasonable too. So, and they're in the annual catalog. Okay, so we're gonna just take, we're gonna make this really simple. Simple here. I'm gonna put a large one here. Okay, right there. And then we're going to take some smaller ones. Let's go down to this end, and I feel like I've got, it feels like some are upside down and some aren't. Let's see, here we go. So let's just add these tinier ones on each side. Okay, just enough of a bling. Here we go. Your take your pick tool really works well. So if you don't have one, think about, you know, adding that to your next wish list. It's got the putty end, which I love, and then there's different attachments. There's like a blade here that you can also use to pick up gems with, and then it also, there's some other attachments. There's also a piercing tool too that sometimes is easy to pick up as well, or to pierce something or hold something if you're embossing, heat embossing. There's a brush tip end, or a wheeler brush to when you're embossing to get out those little tiny pieces that are stuck in the die. Okay, thanks, Carol. Thanks, Kathy. Colleen, I think it will be a class because I don't need to recreate the wheel. So this will be an upcoming class. I know I need to set some class dates. That's next on my list too. Okay, so we have our cards done. And you know what? Let's do one envelope, okay? So you can just see, because I didn't get my envelopes done. I gotta start sharing the photos when we're done so you can see them all. Here we go. So let's do this. Let's do one envelope so you can see what it looks like. Just give it a quick haircut. I do about 2 inches. Actually, this seems like it could be even less. I did a 2-inch strip of designer paper here. I gotta look at this flap. How wide is that? You might be able to get away, well, 1 3/4 isn't quite enough. Okay, look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Okay, let's set our cards aside, okay? And if we have time afterwards, we will do this. Okay, so if you want to, take a screenshot. All right, I'll give you a minute. Take a screenshot while I tidy up my desk here. But I will post this in the newsletter, okay? And let's see. Yeah, it will be in the newsletter. I got lots to share in that newsletter this time. That's why I got to start doing it weekly. Way too much, and it takes me way too long. I just got to do it every single week. That's a new goal that I've got for 2024. Okay, so an easy box, okay? So you're going to need a paper trimmer, okay, that you can score with. So it starts out with a, let me just zoom out just a little bit more so you can see. Oh, good. Rose, you're going to love the Hexagon. I love it. And the bird is perfect on the envelope. Thanks, Colleen, or Carol. I only look at the C so fast. Okay, so this is a 6 3/4 inch wide piece by 9 3/4, okay? So let's start out with the skinnier side. So the 6 3/4 inch side. We are going to score it at, let's see, 3/4 of an inch. Actually, you know what? When your trimmer is cut or closed, you know, your arm here is closed. This is 6 inches from here to here. So if you just butt that up against there, you're going to have 3/4 of an inch. And not worry about the line here. So we've got 3/4 of an inch there. We're going to flip it around and do 3/4 of an inch on this side as well. Okay, simple, easy. Okay, and then our next on the 9 3/4 inch side, we are going to score at. We're going to move it all the way to the left, and we're going to start out at 3/4 of an inch because our box is going to be 3/4 of an inch high. So that will all be, you'll see that we have 3/4 of an inch all the way around, okay, the perimeter. So 3/4 of an inch is our first score, and then we're going to slide it down to 4.5 inches, okay, so 4.5, then 5 1/4, 5 1/4, and I know you probably can't see, but hopefully you're visualizing it, because there's just not enough space on this desk to, I don't know if I can move this up. You probably can't see the numbers anyways. Okay, so our last one was 5 1/4, and then our final one is going to be 9 inches. Okay, so just 4 score marks on that long side. All right, so when you look at this, I should have drew lines. You can see this is a 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch on this side, and down here and here. And then we've got 3/4 of an inch wide here. Okay, so I just kind of, when I was creating my template, I figured out what size bottom I wanted to have and lid, and then added in the height of my box. And that's all you need to do when you're making your own template, is to first measure your card and then add a little bit more. Really measure the envelope is what you do. And then add at least 1/4 of an inch all the way around, or 1/8 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch, you know, on the width, and then on the height, and then your card should fit in there nicely. Okay, so on the template right here is where we're going to add adhesive. Okay, so let's burnish and score our template first. Okay, so let's do that. I got stuff, so we're gonna just burnish, and then this really makes your box go together so well, is if you do some nice burnishing on your template. Okay, so we got those done there, and then you're going to decide, then you're going to just choose one end. Okay, that's going to be your lid. All right, because I made one box and I totally screwed it up. I messed it up. So this is where our circle punch is going to come in. Okay, so this end is going to be our lid. So I'm going to just just eyeball it from side to side, and I'm just going to go in a little bit. If you really want to, you could put, you know, a pencil mark there in the middle to get it. We're going to just take a little half moon out of that part. So that will be, this will be the top of our box. Okay. Now let's go to the sides here, and we're going to create some slits. So I'm going to just go in even on these long pieces, and then the tabs, I want to create just a slight little angle, okay? I want to keep this, oh, excuse me, even, and then just take a little hair off so it creates a little bit of an angle, and it gets away the bulk from the mechanism part, you know, when you go to fold up your box, okay? So we're going to do it just on our long sides, okay? And you just get rid of these little hairs. See, they're just little slivers is what I'm taking off, okay? And, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. Even like you could create some great Easter cards, birthdays, even Mother's Day is coming up, you know, just whatever you need a friend gift for. I think these are perfect to use and create with. Okay, so there we go. So we have our box. So let's put some adhesive on here. And I think I will use some tear tape just so you get an idea where, so you know where the glue is, okay? So let's do a little bit there. I'm going to do 2 rows here, just so it make sure it stays together. So I know you can tear it off with your fingers, but I don't know. I like the clean lines of adhesive. So there's those 2, and we're done with this punch. So let's move that punch out of the way. And you could use liquid glue. You just got to hold your box a little bit better. You could use a seal, but that it's such a tiny little tab. I find it hard to get the seal on there properly. So let's do this. There we go. Okay, almost done here. You're going to see how quick this box is. You know what, before no, I guess we gotta wait. So this is important that you whoops, hang on, that was not paying attention, Nancy. Oh, rats. Okay, can I get this off? Okay, that was a big mistake. My mind is not thinking here. Okay, so just rub it. Oh, this is going to be a little, yikes. Oh, it's going to be thin. Oh, well, I'll have to make another box. Not right now, though, because I can always tear it apart. Okay, so don't do my mistake there. Okay, here we go. Okay, so remember, with tear tape, you want to give it that rub so it releases from each other. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, remember this is the lid. So the bottom of the box, we're going to, let's take off these 4 corners first, because I made the lid the bottom of the box last time, and I just about, like, yikes. I'm going to show you my mistake because I left it together. Didn't make another one yet. Okay, let's pull these off. And so is this looking easy? Do you guys think like you'd reproduce this? Okay, so we're gonna just bring up our corners, okay, so they meet a nice angle, and let's just do that because you want to create, and actually let's just fold this one back. I'm going to just get that nice right angle. So so there it goes. So that's, you want to just make sure you take your time scoring so that your box is level and everything, okay? And then this is why you take off some of that bulk in there, so that way it fits more level for you and you get those nice right angles. Okay, so this one, we only got 2 tabs left, so this one is going to, and I think you can do this, create this box also for full-size cards with different measurements. I think you can do it out of 1 sheet of paper. Okay, so there's my top. So this is this and that, and then your outer edges. And it'll just fit in. It fits so nice and snug in there. So look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Okay, let's decorate the top. So I've cut out this one right here, and I think we can zoom back in now that I got rid of the cutter. But we're going to take that beautiful ribbon. So here we go. And you know, I didn't measure, so let me think here. I think I want 24 inches this time. Let's see, there's half. Just, oh, actually that's way too much. Because you want to make sure you leave enough for a nice full bow. Okay, let's see how big this is. Yeah, 24. It was right, it just seemed awful long. Okay, so we're gonna first, now this is where I'm going to just take a piece of tear tape here and put it in the middle of the box, and then also on the bottom, because I kind of want that ribbon to stay in place, okay? And it's going to get hidden, so we won't see it. All right, so we've got our tear tape, and let's get our ends together. So I'm going to just kind of go like this. Do that, and then just so you can see, I think when you're tying up your box, if you put all your cards and envelopes in, and 4 is really a decent amount. I did have some where I did 5. It's just a little bit tighter. It just gives you a little bit more. I mean, you probably can. It depends on your bow. Okay, so we've got our cards in there, and we're just gonna tie it up. To a pretty little bow. Because I want long tails, okay? And then you can trim your tails. That one looks pretty good. Okay, so we've got our tails. So we're gonna I'm gonna put this up with dimensionals. Let's get rid of that. Okay, how are we doing on time? Not bad, don't you think? 4 cards and a box from almost start to finish. Okay, so here's that, and then I've already pre-cut this out. You know what? I was going to I was going to put a strip there, and I totally forgot about that. I'll have to share that another time, but because I got to recreate this box again. I'll do the completed sample. Let me think here. Do I have? Trying to think where my birds went to do instead. We'll just go with this. So you can make it as fancy or as, you know, detailed as you want. Okay. So there's that. So I would probably add like, I'll show you on the next box how I dressed it up. And then this one, we're just simply going to, I'm going to just put a little bit of adhesive on here. Okay, and then we're going to just cover up this bottom. So it just kind of holds that ribbon in place, okay, and finishes off the bottom with the box. I kept this mat the same as this size right here, okay. All right, so what do you think? Do you love it? Of course, all the cards are inside here. Let's just open it up and check out our cards. And I guess we can tie this up quickly. I think it makes a great gift for you to have on hand. That's inexpensive for you to create. And it's a great way to use up your designer paper. So you're really just adding some ribbon and a punched out label, really, and some bling. Okay, there's that. And then we've got these beautiful cards here. Let's do this. And they would all have decorated envelopes as well. Okay, all right, so let's look at these other samples, okay, and see what you think of them. I did one with hearts. There's the more or adorned designer paper that's coming out in the mini catalog. And let me tie my box here. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. So this is what I would do, is just add like some type of contrasting color. I'm not sure what I would put with that. I'd have to think about that. And just decorate the front a little bit more. You could do whatever you want. But here's the box that I made up inaccurately. So here's the lid part. Here's the bottom part. So make sure you know, punch that thing in the side first, okay? Because I'd already had my box assembled and wasn't even thinking of looking at this, okay? So put the bottom together appropriately. Okay, so let's look at these cards and that we've got here with this most adorned. Now this is another Sale-a-bration choice, and you can get it, it comes in 12 by 12 designer paper package. You get two. Let's get these in the area. Now this one I put 5 in, so I was able to put all 5, and I used the 6 design with the box, okay? And then look at these nice patterns right here. And I haven't done a sampler yet for this paper. So this is 6 sides of this designer paper right here. And they're just simple and easy. The other sides are gold prints, gold and white prints. So it's really beautiful. And I thought the black and white gingham looked good with this. So, and they all are matted on black. So it was simple and easy to put together. So, okay, everybody, I hope, so make sure, here is the December host code. If you need to order anything, come January 4th. Make sure there'll be a new host code up on my blog, on my website, so you can use that one for January. And then also, if you're not a subscriber to my newsletter, make sure you can go to createwithnancy.com and hit subscribe to my newsletter, all right? I'm going to try to be more consistent in 2024 with that newsletter. And whoops, let me put myself in the picture there. There we go. Hello. And I wish you all such a happy new year. Enjoy it. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And many blessings in the year ahead. Let's hope 2024 is one for the books. So, okay, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. And hopefully I didn't take up too much of your time tonight. And we will see you next Wednesday. I'll be live at 3 p.m. Here on YouTube or Facebook. And then again, Friday at 3 p.m. on YouTube only. So take care and have